What's up? Guess who just had a birthday? Yep, it's been 1 year since I got the Super Dootie. Felt it was time to do a little year in review on how the truck has treated us and whether I'm happy or not with my purchase. And I'll start right off the bat by saying that I am very happy with the truck, and I've had virtually no issues with the truck whatsoever. Just to go back, tell a little bit about the truck. Got it last February 1st. The truck showed up. I special ordered it. It is a 2019 F250. It's an XL with the STX package, which basically gives you the upgraded rims and the chrome bumpers and the chrome grille, so it doesn't look so plain Jane work truckish. To me, it's perfect. I'm not about all the XLT and platinum stuff. I don't really care about all those options and whatnot. So the truck is the race red. It has the base vinyl interior in it. The vinyl seats are rubber floors, which I think is how a truck should come personally. And it's worked out very great. The dog has been in the back seat tons and tons of times at this point, and it's so easy to clean up. I'll never have another truck again with cloth interior. This thing has just been great. At this point, the truck has 29,000 miles on it, so I've been driving the wheels off this thing, and it's been getting worked over too. The mileage on it has been actually kind of impressive to me. I know a lot of people hate on the gas Super Dooties because they say they're underpowered or they don't get the gas mileage of a diesel or whatever. I'm getting 15 miles to the gallon out of this thing, going by the dash computer anyway. Pretty much every tank. I drive 100 miles a day round trip to work. It's 102. It's just over 50 miles each way to work and back for me. So that's how the miles are getting racked up on it. And we've done quite a few trips now. You can see in some of the other videos, we have our 26-foot RC trailer, our toy hauler, haul around the Bronco in. Fully loaded down, we're probably hauling around 11,000 pounds. And I've done many trips now that have been 500-600 miles. And the truck it pretty much gets around 8 miles to the gallon, pulling that 11,000 pounds. I can't complain about that. I don't think any other truck is doing much better than that, pulling that kind of weight. So, and I will say, yes, this truck is equipped with the 6.2 liter gas motor. I opted for the 430 gears. It's 4-wheel drive, and it has the 6-speed automatic. I know right now all the rage is the 20s are out right now with the 7.3 Godzilla and the 10-speed. I personally have not driven one of those or got to sample how those things feel. I can't imagine wanting any more power than what this thing has, honestly. This thing pulls like a dream. I find myself in the fast lane half the time pulling the trailer, trying to tell myself to slow down. Like I don't need to be going 75, 80 miles an hour pulling a 26-foot trailer. So the thing is just amazing. It kind of makes me regret not doing it sooner when I ordered my 16 F150. Funny thing is, I get a lot of comments commenting about the truck on how nice it looks, and wow, that truck must have been real expensive. You know, man, that thing's so nice and fancy when it's really just kind of plain. I don't see that myself, but apparently other people do because I get lots of comments about that. And I'm not afraid to tell everybody what I spent on the truck or whatever. It's not a secret. Anybody can go online and price these things. The thing that's funny to me is this truck was only $1,000 more than my last 2016 F150, and the sticker on this truck was only $44K. So very affordable, I think. I think the trick is, I think a lot of people, they see all these reviews online and on YouTube or whatever, all these Super Dooties, and they're $50, $60, $70, $80,000 for these trucks. Yeah, they're out there if you want to check every box on the option sheet, which this truck is not. To me, special ordering them is the only way to go, and I just ordered it with just the options that I wanted and nothing more. And that's why I'm able to get an F150 or a F250 for cheaper than most F150s on the road. So let's take a look, see how the truck is held up, and I'll show you some of the upgrades that I've done to it. All right, starting with the outside of the truck, I haven't made a whole lot of modifications to it. The one thing I did do was I did get rid of the factory air dam below the bumper there. The factory four-wheel drive one is about, I think it's about 2 inches longer than the one that's on there. I did take it off and I put on a two-wheel drive one. It's like $100 at the dealerships. It ain't too bad. Just gives it a little more of that raised off-road look, I guess. The stock one I just didn't like. I know they put them on there, they say for fuel efficiency purposes, but with getting 15 miles to the gallon on the highway in this thing, I really don't see any negative effect from it at all. I do have plans here once the weather breaks, it's a little bit warmer out. I want to pull all the lights out of this and upgrade all the bulbs to LEDs. The lighting could be a tad bit better with such massive lights in this thing. I did, as soon as I took delivery of the truck, I removed the 4x4 decals on the bed sides. I just like the clean, solid look of the truck. So those are gone. I did upgrade to the factory mud flaps on front and rear. Before I put the mud flaps on it, these front tires would kick up so much stuff that half that running board or side step would just be littered with rocks and dirt and mud. It's terrible. So added the factory mud flaps on there. I do have plans to add the factory fender liners in the back of the bed just for a little bit cleaner look. I did add a roll-up tonneau cover. That's like a $350 item. I think I got it through Summit Racing is where I bought it. Just makes it real nice to be able to close everything off there. I did add the Ford add-on for the tailgate assist. I did that myself also, so that's on there. Factory bed mat I ordered with the truck. I think it was like $100 to add it to the build sheet, so I went ahead and did that. Didn't get the bed light or none of the other options for the bed, but this has been fine. I do have the typical Super Duty complaints as far as the chain hookups for the trailer. Those holes are just stupid. I don't know what they were thinking when they designed that. The hooks on my safety chains are a pain in the ass to hook in there, but it is what it is, so I deal with it. That's all I've really done to the exterior of the truck. So let me show you what I did on the inside. So 29,000 miles on it. The interior is holding up really well. I'm a big guy. I'm over 6 foot, 300 pounds. And you know how you typically get the seats all wore out, sliding in and out of big tall trucks here. These vinyl seats have held up awesome. I am so happy I went with this vinyl interior and the rubber floors. Like I said, the dog is the backseat passenger more than anybody else. And it's just so nice to be able to open up the doors and just blow this thing out. And just, you know, the little bit of carpet that's on the bottoms of the seats is the only thing that really holds the hair. But it's very nice to be able to just blow this thing out. And I've even gotten a bucket of, you know, when I washed the truck, some soapy water in a rag and just washed everything down in here and just kind of blow it all and wipe it all out. Cleans up really, really nice. I did add the little factory, this panel here you add in for make some storage compartments out of underneath the seats here, because I do have the extended cab, not the full 4-door. I do have the smaller back seat area, and that little storage compartment makes it nice here. I did add a solar powered wireless trailer tire pressure monitor system. That was a really nice thing to add. Really cheap. I can't believe I had never heard of those until just recently. 4 little tire pressure sensors go on the valve stems of my trailer, and this thing here will monitor tire pressure and temperature while we're going down the road, and it updates every 6 seconds. So that's been a nice little piece, and it's super nice because there's no wires. It's just solar powered. There's no batteries. The sensors on the trailer tires just take a little like remote, like key fob batteries in them.
I did do the little cheap stickers there over the glove box. That was a nice little touch. But being that I spent so much time in the interior of this truck driving, I did upgrade the audio system in it. I did leave the factory, just the base radio that I have. I left that in there. But in all 4 doors, I replaced the 6x9s in the front with some Focal 6x9s. These are 3-way speakers. And I put Focal 6.5-inch coax in the back doors. And those speakers are absolutely amazing. They completely transform the sound of this truck. But along with that, as you can see, a little hint, I took advantage of the space behind the seat here. I did cut out the little padding here, but I added a audio control LC7i signal processor that really makes even just the crappiest factory radio perform so much better. That is a Focal 4-channel amplifier, and I used a Rockford Fosgate 8-inch powered subwoofer. It doesn't make tons and tons of bass. It's not the type of music that I listen to, but for some good old rock and roll, man, this thing it'll make you want to get out of the truck. I don't really turn up the volume past like number 9 on the factory radio. Anything over that, it literally hurts. It's so loud in here, and it sounds really, really good. It's just got the clearest, just the nicest sound I've ever had, a sound system. And I'm really surprised that these Focal 6x9s in the doors, they literally make as much bass response as that subwoofer in the back. So I don't know if that's saying how good those door speakers are or how crappy that subwoofer is, but it does sound really good. So other than that, I've had no other problems. The interior's holding up really good after a year so far. The last trip I just did, I helped a buddy go pick up. We went on about a 400-mile round trip down to southern Ohio to pick up a Jeep LJ tub for a project he's doing with a utility trailer. Wasn't pulling a lot of weight, but round trip we averaged like 12 miles to the gallon pulling that. So, and it gets kind of hilly down there, so that was pretty good. So, other than that, love all the storage. Being able to carry all kinds of stuff in here, especially for our trips and stuff. So, I'm loving it. No regrets whatsoever. So, with 29,000 miles on the truck, here's a condition of the factory Goodyears. I did pay extra when I ordered the truck. Since I got the STX package, it allowed me to upgrade to the 18-inch wheels. And there were 2 tire size options, and I opted for the biggest of the 2. And these are the Goodyear Wrangler with Kevlar. They consider them an all-terrain. I kind of beg to differ. They're wearing very well. I've yet actually to rotate. I keep meaning to take it in and get them rotated because I ain't dealing with all these lug nuts. But as far as off-road capability, we just had a trip up north in northern Michigan, got in some really deep snow. Pulling the trailer that was fully loaded, and kind of underwhelming with the performance of the tires in the snow. Truck does have the e-locker in the back, open front diff, and just getting a little bit of snow or ice or whatever, and this front axle just starts hopping really bad. So just not impressed. I could definitely see some upgraded tires going on this thing here real soon. Pull these off before they ain't worth nothing and try to sell them or recoup some money anyway. And I also, with 29,000 miles on it, I know I hear a lot of people talking about the death wobble in these trucks from 17 up, and I've yet to experience any kind of steering issues with the truck at all. Everything has been completely fine with it. No death wobble, nothing. So, and then of course, under the hood, you remember how to open the damn thing. Here's the untouched 6.2. I rarely go under the hood for anything. I've been having it serviced at a local shop. They've been doing all the oil changes on it, and right around 4,000, 4,500 miles is when I've been having it serviced, which usually equates to like 60% oil life left on the factory computer. So I'm trying to treat it well, give it a long life. And actually this last oil change at 29,000, I just put the first air filter in it. It was pretty dirty. So I went ahead and just put another replacement paper filter in it. Nothing special, nothing fancy. So yeah, very happy with this. No issues whatsoever yet. Like I said, I rarely even go under the hood to even look at anything, so can't complain about that.
So, to close this off, 1 year down, 29,000 miles, 0 issues. Very happy with my purchase. Very happy with the options that I chose, the price that I paid for the truck. Even the dealership here in Toledo, Ohio, Brandeis Ford, the salesperson I dealt with was very, very nice to deal with, and it helps it makes it easy when you come in with a paper, the build sheet you build online, and just lay it on the desk and say, order that truck. So pretty much take all the hard stuff out of the equation. So like I said, the only regret I got is not doing it sooner, really. The thing has been great. Don't really have no major plans for the truck. I'm just going to keep driving it as is. Hopefully the next few months here I'm gonna park it and get my other Thunderbird back out and start daily driving that to stop racking up so many miles on this. But the only thing I could possibly see is I would like to add the factory fender liners in the back. Like I mentioned, possibly if I run across a good deal on an XLT front bumper, I would like to have some nice driving lights down there. And if I run across like an XLT center console, maybe I would swap out that center seat for a true center console in the truck. But not a huge deal. So that's it. I'm very happy. I am curious about going to see what the 7.3s are all about. But like I said, I can't believe the power difference between this and my 5-liter, which was tuned. And the way this thing performs pulling my big trailer, 11,000 pounds, I couldn't really ask for more. I don't think a diesel would have benefited me that extra money to get the diesel. This thing doesn't struggle. It's fine. So if you're even now, 2020, if you're in the market for a Super Duty, don't look past the 6.2 as far as, you have the 7.3s and the diesel options now. So you got 3 motor choices. Definitely this drivetrain setup right here, especially with the 430 gears, I would not even consider getting one of these trucks without 430s, if you do any kind of pulling anyway. So definitely take a look at them. It's a very good drivetrain. It's a good motor, and I'm real happy. So get out there, check one out for yourself. All right, later.